Returning viewers of this channel will have seen how I built the Tomo previously. Well, it is now 2023, so I think it's time to get a new perspective of this keyboard. So to recap and give some context, the TGR brand and moniker is very well known among keyboard hobbyists in the community. The collaboration between Monokei and TGR is therefore much hyped and welcomed for those who are looking for a keyboard that has this particular signature backweight. TGR is so much hyped that it has been pirated by some manufacturers in China. But that's a story for another day. Unfortunately, for those who wish to own a Tomo, you can only find this in the second-hand market today. So the previous build involved using alpacas internally, with GMK Minimal as its skin. But really, I wanted it to be a lavender theme board for those who are looking for one. See, I have built very contrasty looking keyboards, mostly dark theme ones, and I thought, well, a lighter and more neutral tone like the lavender theme one would be a nice change. Unfortunately, the original GMK set that I bought for it, GMK Tuzi, has still not arrived. Yes, you heard it. I bought that set back in February of 2021, and 2 years, 3 months later, it has still not arrived. Yes, you heard it. I've been waiting for 2 years for plastic. However, if you want to know more about GMK keycaps, I suggest you look at my previous video that I did a few months back explaining why the lead times are so long. But for now, that is the norm for this hobby. Yes, I know 2 years is anything but normal, but just bear with me. Well, where was I? Lavender themed keyboards. Of course, what other switch to use other than lavender switches? You heard it right, not a lavender coloured switches. The name is literally lavender switches. These are foam nylon housing switches produced by Durox, the same people that made the ever-popular Durox stabilizers. But really, they are manufactured by JWK, so JWK molds and all. The stem itself is made of palm, and it has a 65-gram gold-plated spring with a linear actuation. Like its other JWK siblings, the prices of these switches is pretty decent. Not expensive like Telios, but also not dirt cheap like Gateron Yellows. Now, in 2023, the reputation of the lavenders precedes itself. While they have fallen out of the limelight because it is after all a pretty aged switch, they have been and still are very good switches. They are prelude from the factory, but nonetheless they sound and feel great as is. So it's very friendly to the uninitiated and also the lazy. With some work, however, this is how you would expect it to sound. So the end result doesn't veer too far away from the original. Personally, I find that lubing and filming does help to tighten up the switch that little bit and remove any remaining scratch that might be between the rails and the stem. Now on that note, its acoustic signature is somehow a little higher in pitch compared to other nylon housing switches, like the MX Blacks or the MM switches. Perhaps it is the translucent aspect of the switch, but I cannot confirm nor deny this theory. Anyway, combined with the PC plate I have in the Tomo, I am going for a deeper sounding build this time. Also, I am exploring the gummy O-ring mount and see how it fares compared to the top mount that I built before. So I very much like the aesthetics of this new Tomo. It has a touch more flair than the plain old white on black. I also prefer the Gami-only mount compared to the top mounting style, mainly because the acoustics is less harsh and the little bounce is that bit more tactile and enjoyable to type on. However, the price is very steep and I would highly advise caution and more thought to be put into whether or not this is worth your money, either as a gift for others or for yourself.
See ya.